You know what, when I think about life on the streets, I always remember those olders, you know. I remember some of those olders that always wanted to try and bat up the youngsters, always wanted to try and bully up the youngsters for them to go and sell their food, for them to hold their weapons, all these things. They didn't give a damn about the people, them's family, you get me? They didn't care about the youths, mum, dad, how much they'll bar if they get locked up. They didn't business, they just took the piss because they knew they could, because they overpowered them simply because they was young and didn't know better. But you know what? The great thing about the streets, you see youngsters, they always turn it back. They always turn that thing around, you understand? Them tables always turn. And what I mean by that, for all you olders that's out there bullying the youngsters, making them, not asking them, making them do what you say, making them sell your drugs, making them sell your guns and hold your guns, guess what? One day them youngsters are going to turn back. And one day them youngsters are going to tell you, no, I ain't going to go and clap that for you. And no, I'm not going to hold that for you. And guess what? They're going to be in a position where you can't tell them nothing. Yeah? Because karma's a bitch out here. And that's a fact. Watch Shit Here God movie and you'll see the ending. The baddest guy, who took him out in the end. And for you, all you brothers that's on the roads, I know you can understand what I'm saying. You get me? In overview, I want to tell you people, stop taking a piss out of the youngsters. They're not your children. You understand? Have some respect for people's picnic. And worry about your own self. Anything you want to do your own self. You get me? Do your own dirt. One love, Shortz1. You know what? Recently, my mentor came to me and said, Nick, you need to calm down on these talks you're doing about the streets, you know. You need to focus on health and fitness talks. Focus on your fitness videos and just nutritional talks. But you know what I told him? Although I know it may make me lose a bit of business because people may see me talking about things on the street and think, you know what, I don't want to train with this street guy, but I'll never stop doing my talks for the streets. The streets is where I came from. Now, when I was young, I had no one to talk to me, you get me? I had no one that I could really listen to that was coming from my kind of background. So they couldn't relate, you get me? All these teachers and that used to say their little once pence stuff like, you're going to end up in prison. They couldn't relate to me because they ain't lived the life I live. Now, that's the reason why I really talk for the streets, you get me? I talk for the youngsters. I've got sons, and I hope that one day I can help someone else's son. Yes, I've helped many people, but I just want to help people worldwide on a big scale. Because I see that there's so much youngsters that waste their talent on the streets. It's unbelievable. Especially in things like football, things like music, basketball, you name it, you get me? So yeah, in overview, I'll never stop talking for the streets. I don't care how much business it makes me lose. You understand what I'm saying? Because the payment from God is going to supersede the payment from this lifestyle. One love.